Hello. That iconic greeting, delivered in a delightfully modeled English accent by a grandmotherly figure slathered in a knightly merengue mask, remains etched in cinematic history, even 32 years after Mrs. Doubtfire first graced screens. Robin Williams' portrayal of Daniel Hillard, a bumbling yet devoted recently separated dad desperate to reclaim time with his children, captured hearts with its whirlwind of hilarity and heartache. Posing as the eponymous housekeeper and nanny extraordinaire to infiltrate his ex-wife Miranda's, Sally Field, domain after losing primary custody, Daniel's scheme unravels in a frenzy of feathers and farce, but the film's true genius lies in Williams' alchemy of antic energy, razor-sharp wit and poignant sincerity. As Williams himself reflected at the time, the movie transcended slapstick by exploring a different concept of families other than the Norman Rockwell picture, drawing from his own divorce experiences to infuse authenticity into the chaos. Directed by Chris Columbus, Mrs. Doubtfire was a showcase for Williams' improvisational brilliance, a comedic tour de force that demanded 4 cameras just to capture the unpredictable sparks flying from his every line. Columbus later revealed that no one could anticipate Williams' next quip, so they filmed reactions from co-stars to preserve the genuine guffaws and spit takes that peppered the set. This approach turned the production into a living improv session, where scripted scenes ballooned into hours of gold, ensuring the final cut brimmed with spontaneous joy. The film's resonance endures because it balances outrageous laughs, like the infamous peppery shrimp mishap, with the sobering realities of custody battles and co-parenting, making it a touchstone for divorced families worldwide. At the story's core is Daniel's transformation into Mrs. Euphigenia Doubtfire, a fictitious matron from Elborn, England, whose prosthetics and persona were the brainchild of a makeup team that clinched an Oscar in 1994. V. Neal, sharing the award with Greg Cannom and Yolanda Tausing, described the process as her most difficult challenge, encasing Williams in overlapping latex pieces that withstood his prodigious sweating. Williams quipped about the suit feeling like the world's largest condom, prone to melting under hot lights, requiring careful timing to avoid a house of wax meltdown. Yet, this grueling prep, starting at 3 a.m. for 54 applications, yielded a character so convincing that even Pierce Brosnan, playing Miranda's suave suitor Stu Dunmire, initially mistook the hairy-chested Hawaiian-shirt Williams in the makeup chair for an actual elderly Brit. Brosnan recalled Mrs. Doubtfire cooing, "Ooh, hello Pierce. Ooh, you're so handsome, ooh, give us a kiss," before Williams dropped the accent, welcoming him to a set buzzing with transformative magic. The ensemble's chemistry was electric, with Sally Field's steely Miranda serving as the unflappable foil to Williams' whirlwind. Field prided herself on never breaking character, frustrating Williams' attempts to crack her mid-scene, until a fateful restaurant dinner where Brosnan's arm fart noise sent her tumbling in hysterics, halting production for the day. "Well, who knew that it was only potty humor that you were gonna laugh at?" Williams teased, highlighting the set's levity. 4 young actors like Matthew Lawrence, Chris Hillard, the experience bordered on surreal, auditioning beside an elderly British woman who turned out to be Williams in disguise, only to reveal himself with a booming laugh. Lawrence joined experimental jaunts around San Francisco in full costume, marveling as passers-by accepted Mrs. Doubtfire as his legit nanny, underscoring the disguise's eerie realism. Williams' generosity extended beyond adults. He tailored antics for child co-stars, crafting hand puppets and animating his carpet bag as a barking dog for little Mara Wilson, Natalie Hillard, who debuted at 5. Initially intimidated by the prosthetics, she melted under Williams' gentle Scottish lilt. "Don't be afraid." Mara and Lisa Jakub, Lydia Hillard, later shared how the film became a lifeline for fans navigating parental splits, with strangers hugging them tearfully, crediting Mrs. Doubtfire's empathy for easing their pain. Wilson even scored free keys from an apartment manager who'd weathered tough times thanks to the movie's warmth. These anecdotes reveal the film's quiet heroism. Beneath the farce, it's a love letter to imperfect parenting, where lengths gone to for family, however deranged, speak volumes. The production's authenticity shone in details like the Hillard home's real address, 2640 Steiner Street in San Francisco's Pacific Heights, a Victorian gem that drew tourists post-release and floral tributes after Williams' 2014 passing. Columbus harnessed Williams' rallying for more takes, energy, yielding dozens of varied gold per scene, with crew gathering to watch the maestro at work. Brosnan, who always worked with Mrs. Doubtfire, due to the early calls, lauded Williams as love, joy, beautiful man, his high-frequency vibe filling rooms with infectious energy. Field cherished offset hangs, gaming legend of Zelda with him, befitting a dad-to-daughter Zelda Williams, praising his spectacular human depth beyond the humor. Yet, Williams' candor about reining in impulses added maturity, knowing directors must call cuts as they can only use one. Lawrence echoed this, noting no one minded the marathons, each take a fresh delight. The film's legacy now teeters on untapped treasure. Columbus disclosed roughly 972 boxes of footage, 2 million feet, of Williams' improv, sparking documentary talks to dissect his process. This archive could illuminate the magic behind the mask, from mental health chats Jacob cherished, Williams opening up on addiction and anxiety, to life lessons Lawrence heeded, like swearing off drugs after Williams' grave trailer confessions. "Do not do it. I'm fighting for the rest of my life." Mrs. Doubtfire's staying power lies in its theatrical heart, a dad's dress-up odyssey mirroring universal devotion, wrapped in Williams' irreplaceable spark. As Columbus eyes that footage, the film promises rebirth, inviting new generations to discover why, 3 decades on, it still melts faces with laughter and mends them with truth.